General Torre ata dyan.
Sir, umalis na po, sir.
Umalis na si General Torre. So, di ba ang CIDG, you have a subpoena power?
Yes, sir, we have, but it is exclusively for cases handled by CIDG.
Cases exclusively handled.
Yes, sir, handled by CIDG.
What do you mean by exclusively handled?
If this case were investigated and subsequently filed by CIDG, then we can issue subpoena.
No. Being a part of the coordinating center, being a part of the cybercrime investigation coordinating center, that will be exclusively a part of the PNP because you are a member of the coordinating center. And that's the reason why you were put in the 101-75. Precisely, you have the power to subpoena those people. Kaya it is the responsibility of the CIDG having a subpoena power to issue it to those who have violated the illegal content. Di ba?
Yes, actually, sir, it is the
NBI.
yes, sir, it is the chief PNP who has the subpoena power, sir.
Huh? No, the CIDG have the subpoena power. That is vested on your directorate. Di ba? O kaya nga kayo criminal investigation detective. Sayang wala si chairman ako, baka na-sermonan ka.
No, sir. The chief PNP, sir, is the member, sir, of the CICC. And he has also subpoena power, sir.
Yes, I know that. But the problem is in the creation of the CICC, siyempre, this is being headed by the ICT. Di ba? And then, ang vice chairperson is the NBI. Member, ang chief PNP. Well, kung titignan mo yung caliber of leveling of the positions, medyo nasa member lang si chief PNP. And that's the reason why we are asking the CIDG to fill in the gaps na kayo pumasok. Hindi mo ipasok si chief PNP dun sa pagiging member ng CICC. Hindi aatin dyan.
Yes, sir. If it involves investigation conducted by the CICC and the CIDG is part of this investigation, then we can issue
You will be
subpoena,
a part of the
Yes.
investigation. Why? Because you are a member of the coordinating center. Kaya nga coordinating center, and the reason why we have a hearing like this, because we wanted to put that CICC as an agency in the amendment that we will be filing. Kailangan na tayo magkaroon ng sariling agency. Hindi lamang po siya coordinating center. We will have a power of an agency to issue subpoena as well. So for the meantime, that we don't have like that agency as just yet, I think the CIDG and the NBI should be coordinating talaga doon sa CICC para may ngipin po talaga tayo. I think yun na naging Yusek Jeff, yun na naging balakid po ninyo. Am I correct?
Well, hindi naman siguro balakid, sir, kasi palagi naman kami nag-uusap. Marami rin namang nahuli na si Yusek Ramos, but nag-focus lang, sir, in the past scams. So, mga MC catchers, scammers. So, you're right, sir. We borrow the powers. So, we coordinate with the law enforcement agency. Sorry for the quote, but seemingly to borrow their powers so that they can, similar to how the PAOK operates po, no? So, kasama ang PNP, kasama
Kasi most especially now that nakita po naman natin that there are issues in the West Philippine Sea. Yung have you seen the post of ni Army Chief natin na nasisira yung kanilang fight sa West Philippine Sea because of the fake that's national security. Di ba? And if I may read, may read, basahin ko lang po. Ito po sinabi ni Commodore J. Tariela, yung Philippine Coast Guard po natin, spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, on the role of social media influencers in the discourse surrounding the West Philippine Sea. February 3, 2025. Ngayon lang to. Sabi niya, I would like to commend the House of Representatives for leading this initiative by inviting social media personalities who sometimes model the conversation regarding our fight in the West Philippine Sea. At times, some of them even amplify PRC narratives and weaken our own position. it is important that we make these influencers recognize the limitation of their freedom of speech, particularly when it jeopardizes our national interest and undermines our own struggle in the West Philippine Sea. Kasi sila nakakawawa yung ating mga members of the Philippine Coast Guard eh. Diba? Talagang kailangan ng yung exercise of that subpoena power must be enshrined on the CICC.
Mr. Chair,
Chairman Labate, please.
with regards to the problem we have now, no, the CICC has the right to investigate, di ba? Motu proprio investigation. Pwede ba yun? Even though na walang complainant.
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Pero, when it comes to the subpoena powers, binabato nyo sa law enforcement agencies. Sila bahala.
If it will lead to an investigation, then we seek the assistance of law enforcement agencies with subpoena powers.
So, what do you suggest that this committee would do, for example, to make it more, tawag doon, di ba?
Well, based on our experience of observation, time is of the essence. If you go through that bureaucratic process, delayed, and anything on the net, it takes only a matter of seconds mawawala, or it will be covered. So if we have that particular authority, then we can preserve the evidence, pieces of evidence.
Mr. Chair, the Singapore has a law on that eh. So, ano pagkakaiba? Yung bang batas natin ngayon does not have any teeth at all.
Yes, Mr. Chair, there is the absence in our laws of such authority.
Okay, maraming salamat sa interjection, Mr. Congressman Abante, because this is not your time yet. Ako naman, being the chairman, I have this advantage over you. So, pasensya ka na kung
My
naka-interject.
sincere appreciation.
Oo, sinundan mo pa ako. Anyway, sige, you can proceed. Yusek.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Actually, that is the end of the presentation. But just to reiterate, the request is to grant specific powers to issue subpoena.
Yes, we will do that on the amendments by making the CICC as an agency. But for now, siguro, having said that you are a coordinating center, the CIDG having the subpoena power and the NBI as an NBI, yan, siguro tanong muna natin NBI. You have also a subpoena power. So,
Yes,
through
Mr.
your
Chair.
coordinating center na created by law, marami na ba kayong nasubpina about
Yes,
sa
Mr. Chair.
mga violation that were committed?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, Mr. Chair, the subpoena power of the NBI is imbued on the creation of the NBI itself, RA 157, and the Modernization Act, which is RA 10867. So, kasama po yung subpoena power sa mga authority na binigay ng Congress sa aming ahensya. That's why CICC always coordinate with us in matters of investigation. Dahil po yung lahat po ng investigative division po ng NBI, with the signature of our Assistant Director for Investigation, pwede pong magsubpoena in aid of investigation po. The only limitation po ng subpoena power of the NBI is we do not have contempt power. So after na subpoenahan po natin yung ating subject for investigation at hindi po siya nag-attend, hanggang doon na lang po yun. We only note on our transmittal and recommendation sa prosecutor that the subject was given opportunity, due process, to explain himself. However, hindi po siya nagpa-unlock sa subpoenang binigay namin.
Okay, question. Okay na yun. But the subject complainant, yung complainant should be yung taong apektado mismo, or motu proprio on your side, you can be the complainant, the CIDG and the
Well,
NBI.
Mr. Chair, just for clarification, sabi po ni CICC, we could investigate motu proprio. Investigation motu proprio is different from complaining motu proprio. When it comes to the filing po dito sa ating prosecutor's office, we have to, kailangan po ng complaint ng injured party
But that is after the investigation was conducted.
after the
So the
investigation.
complainant can follow through.
Yes.
Yeah, good enough. At least, kasi at least you can inform. Like for example, ngayon, magkakaroon na malapit na eleksyon. Nagagamit na talaga that against us eh. And ang dami mga videos, YouTube, TikTok, ang talagang nakikita natin that, like for example, may example lang ako, Mr. Chairman, Co-Chair. Dahil kahapon lamang, meron kami sa pamantasan ng lungsod ng Kabuyaw. Meron tayong dinonate doon, nabanggit yung pangalan ko. You know how many bad comments ang nagbarrage doon sa page nila? 24,000 comments in, I think, in 2 hours. Can you imagine that? That's bots. Auto bots. Kaya nga eh. So, ganun sila ka-desperate. 24,000 comments. Well, basically, maraming talagang mga bad comments. Yung good, siguro, kakonti. But that is bot, di ba? Bots yun, di ba? Now, ang tanong. Kasi baka ang tao hindi naiintindihan yung bots eh. Kaya ganun kabilis because sa isang source nang galing yon. Am I correct? On this analysis? Yusek?
Yes, sir.
So, kasi kami na nasa Quadcom, nasa Tricom ngayon, for sure, maraming aabutin tayo mga ganito. But we have to let the people know na mga bots yun. Even the what do you call it, the Texas, di ba? Mga gawa ng AI. So, wag natin paniwalaan basta-basta na yung mga messages na nababasa ng ating mga kababayan doon ay galing mismo sa tao. Dahil hindi siya galing sa tao. And maybe a little while that can be explained by the CICC because kahapon when this was presented to us, ako mismo noon ko lang naintindihan na yung mga messages doon sa mga maraming barrage of messages, the bots.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Di ba? Lungkot. Ganito na ka-desperado yung ating mga kababayan dahil malapit ng eleksyon na talagang wawasakin tayo. And even yung mga ating mga members of this Congress, sometimes they feel nararamdaman nila yung depression because makikita mo ang daming views, nag-viral, ang daming comments. Pero makikita nila yung source, it's just one source.
That is
Yung mga
correct.
messages. And that's bots.
That is correct, Your Honor.
That's AI. Kaya, we need to have a tool that will help the people to understand what is deep fakes and what is bots. Saan nang galing yung source. And that is your responsibility on our constituent, on our people to give